The grandpa you never had. I know you're looking at me and you're saying, this old guy can't be funny. Well, we'll see about that. I still got a lot of game in me. My name's Barney. They call me the OGG, the original geriatric gigolo. I love life. My love life is so bad. If they were to make a movie about it, they'd call it Missionary Impossible. No plot, no story, and no action. You know, a lot of guys, I'm starting with the hacky shit, then we'll get into the deep stuff. A lot of guys, they look for women for, like, money. Other guys look for women for their looks. Me, I look if they're smart. And if they're not smart, then I know they're definitely my type. As you get older, I'm going to share this with you. As you get older, you realize, like, what did I do in my life? What do I have to show for it? Well, I was fortunate enough in my life to do what I loved. I was in the record business for almost 30 years. My job was to get records played on the radio. And I didn't give a fuck what it took as long as the records were on the radio. Oh, but the stress was incredible. Stress was incredible. But I had no moral compass. I had no moral compass. I would do anything. Well, I wouldn't suck dick, but whatever it took. Now, the best thing about my job was I got to party with rock stars. I got to party with Bon Scott from AC/DC. He died. I partied with Whitney Houston, that ungrateful bitch. She died. I partied with Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead. He died. I partied with Vanilla Ice. Well, he's still alive, but his career is dead. I had to go on the road. I had to go on the road with Barney the Purple Dinosaur. True story. Hey, don't laugh. That Barney cat made me a lot of fucking money. So we would go to malls and TV stations. And the first mall was here in Los Angeles. And there were thousands and thousands of kids jumping up and down like assholes. And I'm going to be honest with you. I fucking hate kids. I hate them. They make me nervous. In fact, every time I get an Amber Alert on my phone, I kind of feel sorry for the perpetrator. Now, where was it? So we go in, and Barney's doing I love that old bullshit. I get someone taps me on the shoulder and says, "Hey, tough guy, I'll suck you off if you introduce my kids to Barney the Purple Dinosaur." Okay, I can make that happen. I got more blowjobs. I got more blowjobs being on the road with Barney than I ever did with the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin. Now, dating. As I said, my dating life is horrible. I was talking to somebody that I met online. We're going back and forth, messaging each other. And, I said, "Well, what's your number?" I think she kind of dug me. So I go, "What's your number?" She writes back, 350/90. That was her blood pressure. Now, we decided to meet for dinner. And I'm not a cheap guy. I'm not a cheap man by any means. She comes to the restaurant. She's in a walker. She's wearing one of those life alert necklaces that you see advertised on CNN. The one where the woman says, "I can't get up, I can't get up." So we're talking and everything at dinner, and she says, "Barney, I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest with you. I lied about my age. I'm not 65 like my profile said. I'm actually 83. 83. Kissing her reminds me of when my grandmother would get liquored up and try to stick her tongue in my mouth." So we're talking and everything, and she said that the last guy she went out to dinner with was so old, they made him pay in advance. So we're talking and everything. She says to me, "Hey, Barney, have you ever thought about being a kept man?" A kept man. A nurse with a purse. My late husband left me $40 million. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. She said, "Look, how would you like to be my pony boy?" I said, "Well, you got a horse?" She goes, "No, but I can still kick like a mule." So she said to me, "Look, Barney, I know you're into passionate stuff. I will take out my false teeth. I will take out my false teeth and we'll have a no denture adventure. My name's Barney. I'll talk to you later.